One thing to know about my family is that we're tough loving. It's been like this for my whole life, and I think that it's helped me most in sports. I've learned to be mentally tougher from it, which has made me a better sports player in my opinion. After a basketball game in 8th grade, I had just showered and was getting ready for bed when my mom said that my sister and her fiance were bringing over ice cream. I thought this was so weird because they've never done anything like this before, but hey, free food was free food, so I wasn't complaining. We all sat down in the living room eating when my mom said they had something important to tell us. My siblings all joked around that they were going to have another kid, but I could still tell that something was off. That's when my dad dropped the news saying he had a type of colon cancer. This news hit me like a ton of bricks. We were already planning for my sister's wedding at the end of the summer, so adding this to the pile of stress seemed like too much and overwhelming. So by the end of 8th grade year is when his chemo round started. My parents had to stay up at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago for it, so I would sleep over at my sister's house a lot. I grew way more mature during this time because I had to start doing things for myself. Since I was the baby of the family, everything was usually done for me. By the end of June, it was time for my dad's surgery. We knew my mom would be a nervous wreck up there waiting by herself, so me and my 2 other sisters wanted to surprise her. She did say that we weren't allowed to go because of school, but we called in sick and did it anyways. After endless floors, we finally found the waiting room she was in. Once she saw us, she started yelling at us right away for missing school, but on her face you could still tell there was relief that we were there. A couple hours later, we were allowed to go into his recovery room to see him. Now that it was all over, we felt a weight lifted off of our shoulders. After that, the month of July flew by. Before we knew it, we were all dressed up for my sister's wedding. It was really crazy for that day to finally be there, especially since we've been planning for it for over a year, and then worrying about my dad and if he'd be okay. That's why this picture is one of my favorites of my family. You can see us all stress-free and relaxed, and finally not afraid to show a little more love to each other and grateful to be together.